This mode is the only thing keeping me on this game right now. Because I do like to make coins, right? So what we actually just did is something just so we did the 96 overall Gambit because we got a 96 overall at like 30K. So we used that to get into the 97s or to get a 96 to get a 97 plus, got a dub. I did get a 97 last night for like 37K. So you may get two gameplays in this video. 297, see if we can get 298s or 298 pluses. But here's our 97 plus. We do get a red though. So maybe it's a 98. We get a 98 out of the 97 plus. So that's a W. So also, obviously, we're going to have God of the Guardians 2. There's still Poseidon out there. So I'm actually going to quick sell this 98 and get into some rolls. But first, we're going to get into that 97 game. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hey, ain't we been through it all? Then we sleep on them floors. Everybody we thought we needed, we don't need them no more. Run it up, don't check the score. No, I'm balling.
Now, the funny thing about this, I literally just played this dude for my 96 plus. So I don't know how it works. I think you just match up with whoever. Doesn't matter if you go 95, 96, 97, just match whoever. So let's see what he just user rushes. That's cool. We'll hit a good old J-Shock. He literally just user rushes me. And on offense, he tries to run the ball. He runs halfback duo and a direct snap. So we're just going to go down here, score real quick. Like I tell you guys all the time, I'm just about scoring. I'm not about, obviously you can try to run the ball, but I'm just about scoring and making that happen. So we got Jeremy Shockey, finish. Hurry it up. I'm going to keep him in the defense because I like the defense he's in. And we're just going to go out here and score right away. Hopefully we can get a stop right away and then he'll be gone. That's what I'm hoping. Right, but we obviously got to score. We're going to do a run with Patty Mahomes. We get in there. So let's see if we can stop him on offense. Or, my bad, stop him on defense. Like I told y'all, I literally just played him for the 97 plus, so I know his game plan is either going to be duo or halfback direct. Told you, duo, halfback direct. We shut that down. We score. We win. So this is going to be halfback direct. I know it's going to be halfback direct because that's what he ran. Cool. Not going to work, buddy. Then when it comes to this, he goes to 5 wide. I just got to make sure I get a press on this receiver. If I get, oh, shoot. He got me. He got me! So like I said, duo, halfback direct snap. I feel like this is going to be halfback direct snap. Good, good, good. All right, 4th and 13. I actually don't know who to freaking press because all of them have takeoff. So we're just gonna, all right, we press this guy. I mean, Sauce. How do we just get beat, Sauce? He dropped it, though. So we got lucky there. Let's score and get out of here. Let's score and get out. He's been playing me a 2-man under. It was my fault. I shouldn't have pressed, but he's just playing straight man coverage. Nothing more, nothing less. So I feel like I can do this. Shockey. Touchdown. All right. Thank you for the 98 overall. Let's see what we get out of it. That easy, that simple. Now let's hope if we can try to pull this goddamn Poseidon that everyone else has been pulling besides your boys. So let's see. All right, boys, here we go. 98 plus pack. We did catch a W out of one. Oh, my God. We caught a W out of one last night. I pulled a 99. This is going to be a 98. I can't even check its price. That's a bit of an L. Now, I will say this with Game Changers, because they're an obsolete program, right? They no longer have direct packs to them. Sometimes 98s can be expensive. Like I told you guys, that Malik Neighbors that I got, sold that for a little bit. So let's just check and see what he's going for. Is he going to be quick sale or are we going to sell him? 130. That's sellable because you can get 98s on the auction house right now for around 80K. So I'm probably going to end up selling him and then just going out to buy an 88. It's a smooth exchange and we get 50K difference. See, like this one, 84K, right? I can go out and buy an 98 for 80K. So let me put up this Ed Oliver. Let me go buy a 98 because I don't need to see all that transactional stuff. And then we'll get out of here. And just so y'all can see, I'm selling that Ed Oliver for 130. I'm buying this JPP for 80K. So essentially I'm making plus 50K by selling one car and going to buy another. I know it's June, but you can't take the market head out of me in terms of making coins. So it is what it is. I'm going to take that. So let's get into some training packs and see if we can finally pull this damn Poseidon or the tight end Stowers. There's a couple players that I still would like. We got a million training, so we're going to see. We're going to see, like I said, yesterday I got super lucky. You might have seen I pulled the wide receiver Fields. We did end up pulling him, which is a W, so we'll take that. But obviously, what we're looking for some of these guys. And then obviously you guys told me in the comments, shout out to y'all, that the gods have the season 7 animation. So we're not even looking for the LTD animation. If we get the LTD animation, great. Wouldn't mind the free safety and all that. But yeah, so college football 26 is a little bit around the corner, about 3 weeks away. So we're going to talk a little bit about college football 25, and then obviously I'm going to talk about a little college football 26. On a scale of 1 to 10, y'all let me know down below, what would you grade college football 25? Now, I'm grading on kind of a curve because it was their first year really doing Ultimate Team, the first time the game been out in 10 years. I would say for the first 4 or 5 months, it was a D-, right? Y'all would agree with that, hopefully. And then around November, around the first rush, I believe is where it really kicked up. And then from the rush until now, it's been like a B+. It's been very good. So overall, I'll give him about a B-, if I'm being completely honest. For being a first year, you know what I mean? There were some good things. There were some bad things. Obviously, the good things, when we talk the B&D rewards in terms of the Season 2 field pass, like the epic ones and all that, we were pulling heat out of those. That were good. And then after like Season 2, Season 3, they just went downhill. In terms of champs, man, there's no reason why champs shouldn't be working still this late in the year. I've been on stream and lost games where I shouldn't have, where I've blown my, or not lose games, but the game did not count, where I blew my opponent out by 50, but because he stayed in the game, I even dashboard and it still doesn't count. So I'm going to do a deep dive video maybe on everything when the game gets closer, while wanting college football 26 as a whole, because it's just not cut for me. I play Dynasty, which we will be having Dynasty content on the channel in next year. We definitely will be having that because a lot of people have asked me to make Dynasty content. I just didn't get around to it this year, right? So yeah, man, like I enjoyed cut this year for the latter part. The glitch at the beginning of the year kind of turned a lot of people away from cut. And if you don't know what the glitch is, if you started later on in the cut season, essentially the season 1 insert cards, they were in packs, in the training packs. You can just pull them and everyone got one. So it was Juckins, Luther Burden, Abdul Carter. They were crazy. And like some people had like 12, 13 million coins on day 2 of the game, or it might have been even day 1 of the game. But it really turned a lot of people off because you had a God Squad. And then if you were a no money spender, if you didn't spend money crazy, you were at a severe disadvantage. And even I know a lot of you guys who watch me, y'all watch Joker Kale. He's no money spending. Even he said it took him to about November until he felt like his team was on par. So that is July, August, September, October, November. 5 months of him constantly playing the game until he felt like his team wasn't at a severe disadvantage. Because Luther Burden had Platinum Takeoff. Y'all thought Takeoff was bad now, or he had Bronze Takeoff, not Platinum Takeoff. But at least people had like Ball Hawk to counter it. No one had that to counter Luther Burden. So if you pressed him or even got close to him, it was touchdown GG's. So I think that's one thing, and they've been really good since that point. I know we've had a couple of glitches, right, since that point, but that was to me, that's still the biggest glitch in gaming history for a new game. Like, I don't think people really understand the magnitude of that glitch and we know now that we know how hard it is to make coins in this game, how crazy was it for people on day 2 of the game to have 12, 13 million coins? Like, y'all know my buddy, my other account, that's why that counts no money spent. My buddy Miles had that coins, and obviously I did stupid stuff or whatever, but I was able to not do anything from July until now, basically, and have a relevant team, right? So yeah, college football 25 to me, it's good. Like, I'm happy with it. Obviously I got it more for Dynasty and enjoyed playing Dynasty, and still will do Dynasty in college football 26. Cut took me by surprise, like I said, from the first rush in November until on. That's when I really kind of steered away from Madden. It was pissing me off, and I went to cut. And I'm thankful that I had a other, I guess, platform in terms of a football game to go to. Because in previous years, if Madden was trash and you still wanted to play football, you had to play Madden. Right? This year, Madden's trash. You had a chance to go over to play cut. Now, like I said, there are a bunch of things that needs to be fixed going into college football 26. The champs is just one of the things I talked about. Like I said, tackle angles, angle pursuit, lineman blocking, And look, I tell you guys, and I've said this, I'm not a beta guy, so I don't play betas of games. I like to just rock up, get the game, feel it out for myself, pause, no homo, and just rock with it that way. So it is what it is when it comes to that. So on July 7th, which is ironic because I'm getting my wisdom teeth out on July 3rd, so I will be at home. I don't know if I'll be streaming because it depends on my pain threshold and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But we will be there. I will be playing the game. I don't know if I'll be streaming the game because it just depends. If I can talk. Two, if I'm pain free or whatnot from getting the wisdom teeth out. But we are actually getting cooked in these roles. We are getting absolutely shish kebab. I've been talking so much to y'all that I haven't really paid attention to these roles. And this is what happened last week, right? Last week, these rolls were absolutely atrocious, just like this. And then the early part of this week, I showed you guys that lucky streak where I got like 7 in a span of like 600, 700K. And ever since that point, I've only gotten 1, right? And the one was that the receiver Fields that you guys didn't see, but you would have seen it if you looked at my binder when I was quick selling those 98s. But yeah, man, the good thing about these gods is that they still will be in packs tomorrow. So the Poseidons, the Zeus, the only ones that won't be in packs is the LTDs, the Stowers, the free safety, and Duke. Hopefully, we get some better statted LTDs, if I'm being completely honest. And we're talking about from the defensive side of the ball. The receiver is great. He's the best receiver in the game. But in Stowers, to me, is the best tight end in the game to get cutter and sure hands for 2 AP. So that's a W. Hopefully, they give us a set tight end that gets that same, because that's a crate. I had him for a little bit, but I got him for like 300K. I had to sell him because he got it for like 440. It's just a crazy profit not to take on a card at this point in time. And like I said, majority of my team is B&D. And yes, he was a difference maker, but he wasn't a crazy difference maker in terms of my team. So, but yeah, man, we're getting cooked. Luckily, I got this training cheap. You know what I mean? 67K for 298s essentially. And if you put it on the grand scheme of things, I got it free because it costs 30 and to get the 96 for the 97 and 37K to get the 97. So that's 67K. But then I pulled the Ed Oliver, which he's going to sell for 130. So that 50K difference, I basically got this training for 17K at the end of the day. So it's not bad. That's why this mode, like I said, if you can find a 97, 96 cheap enough and you're good enough to win, I feel like you should be playing this mode above everything else. One, it's a coin maker. Like I said, if you get the 97s at 45K or under, you can sell most 98s at some point over 90K. So you're making about 40 to 50K there. Then obviously if you pull a 99, which I've pulled a plethora of 99s, you can make upwards of 150 to 200K. So like I said, it's an easy mode. I think I've lost once out of all, and I think I've won about 10 times, 11 times. So yeah, but I tried, boys. We tried one more time to get the Poseidon 1 million training. It was like a little bit over 1 million training, 1.1 million. So we got cooked. Like I said, luckily this training after everything only cost me 17K, so I'm not too mad. But still, I hope these packs are better tomorrow, man. I just hope. We'll be there, guys. The gridiron, whenever that drops. Hopefully it's at 130. We will be there, but we got cooked today, boys. We got absolute. I'm gonna continue to play this mode. I may just stack up a bunch of 98 to 99 packs for tomorrow. Instead of opening them, just stack them up and then have them in the video tomorrow. That's probably what we end up doing. See if we can get 4 or 5, 6 of them and just stack them up. We'll see. But we got cooked, but appreciate you, boys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy a little bit of the gameplay, and we obviously tried to another million and try to pull a god, and we didn't make it. Not only did we didn't pull a god, we didn't pull anything in 1 million training. Like I said, not to be redundant, but luckily this only cost me 17K after everything sells and all the numbers settle and all that different type of stuff. So if I actually bought those 98 to like 80K and it would cost me 160K, would be a little bit more upset. But appreciate you, boys. Like, this is what my packs were looking for most of the weekend last week. So hopefully they're in a bad stretch now, and then tomorrow we get back on a good stretch. But we got absolutely cooked. But it happens. I'm out. Deuces.